This may look like an ordinary strip of lawn, but don't be fooled. This is predominantly well-mown weeds. It's reasonably soft to walk on barefoot, but over winter, an evil has taken root and begun to spread. That's right, I'm talking about the bane of barefoot Australians, bindis. Bindis are a bastard weed. They grow low to the ground, and their method of spreading seeds is to grow crowns of thorns, which all point upwards, and when you step on them barefoot, you know about it.
Ow. Yep, they're sharp.
Wow.
They're bindis.
I thought they were only sharp when they made seeds.
Well, they are making seeds, and they've already got sharp spikes on them.
You can see that as the plant spreads, it creates new nodes, and at each of the nodes is a flower essentially with lots of spikes, and on the ends of those spikes are the seeds. When they dry out, they go brown, and when disturbed, they come loose from the seed head, and usually that is when you've stepped on one barefoot. And if you just pull the thorn out, which contains the seed on the other end, and throw it on the ground, it creates a new plant. Late winter to early spring are the best times to dig this out, because the seed heads are still green and the seeds aren't loose yet. If you try to dig them out when the seed heads are dry, it just drops seeds everywhere and you make the problem worse. Because bindis go back to a central root and spread out, the best method of digging them out is to lift up the edges towards the center and then find where the central root is, stick a weed digging tool underneath that and pry it out. Digging them out this way is preferable to trying to pull them out by hand, because in order to pull them you have to pinch and hold, and that's usually when you get spiked. Whereas lifting from the outer edges and pulling in, you're usually past the last node containing the spikes.
This is a ridiculous bindi patch. This is huge. Oh no.
Yeet. We've got a Bindi Invasion.
We do. Now, where's the center of this mess?
Weed.
Olivia, could you help out the way, please?
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, this is everywhere.
We got a Bindi Invasion.
Well, lucky we discovered it now, rather than when they've all dried out and started dropping seeds.
Yeah, and started sticking into people's feet. When it sticks into your feet, that's the worst.
They're painful.
So horribly painful. What happens if we find some in the garden beds?
Well, we're less likely to have them in the garden beds than in the grass.
So why do I see stuff in the garden beds that look like bindis?
Well, if you do, let me know.
Because I can see stuff that looks like bindis. The bindis make little yellow flowers?
Don't think so.
I mean little flowers like this?
I'm not sure. I don't think those are bindis. They look similar though.
Oh.
That's a big chunk.
We can't let them drop seeds. Because then we'll have a huge Bindi Invasion. And someone can turn whole big ones into berries. Here comes Bindi.
Good eyes. Alright. I think
That is it for that patch.
for this little patch, yeah. Oh,
Little.
God, there's more of them. Ah,
There.
and here.
And there.
And everywhere.
And some right where your thing is.
Oh no.
It's everywhere. Yikes. Oh, yikes. I'll find that you've weeded a few other weeds as well. Because I've put some weeds in.
Why, thank you.
Not just horribly bindi, other weeds as well.
Well, the bindis are definitely the ones we want to get rid of. The other weeds are annoying, but nowhere near as bad as bindis.
Because once you've got them, they're really hard to get rid of. Just like onion weeds.
Yes.
You hate on onion weeds, don't you?
And that and nutgrass as well. That stuff's terrible.
What's nutgrass?
We had a war with the nutgrass when you were very little. In that bed next to the house where the succulents are now. That was, yeah, we ended up getting rid of all of the soil in there.
Bindi.
Good job. Make sure you get the roots out if you can.
Okay.
You don't want to leave any of the roots behind because then they'll just grow back. See, this is the plant Olivia. It looks almost exactly like bindi, but isn't a bindi.
Ow,
That one there. That's the one with the little flowers that you were talking about. See these?
yeah, because we've got those growing in our garden bed.
Yeah. Now those ones look very much like bindis. They look almost identical, but they don't have...
This stupid bindi plant spiked me.
Gotta be careful.
I've got one right here. Look.
Wow, good job.
Ah, there's the bit that spiked me. Ah. I'm telling Mum that we've got a Bindi Invasion. Mum, we've got a Bindi Invasion! Hey, Mum's got a good idea for the Under the Microscope channel.
Ah, bindis. That's a great idea.
We can pull them out and get money from the potentially from the Life of the Microscope channel.
But it's not just about,
Getting money.
yeah, it's about looking at things that are interesting to us, because I think it's going to be interesting to look at a bindi under the microscope.
Yeah. Mum had a great idea.
That is a good idea.
We should totally do it. We should totally do that. No, that's no bindi.
Here's more. No, why are there so many? They're quite hard to spot.
Especially when you've got a bunch of the other weeds as well.
I know, our grass is in a terrible state. Don't have enough time to look after grass. Trying to do other things.
found a bindi. I got the patch of bindis.
Yeah, me too.
Look, is this a bindi?
Yep, looks like it.
Then I guess I found another patch of stupid bindi. Oh, found another.
Spiked again. Well, you gotta be careful. More bindis. It's best, Olivia, to use a weed digger and just grab onto the end of it and lift it up just gently and then dig out at the root. That way you're not trying to pull it out, because the problem is to pull it out you have to squeeze it, and when you squeeze it you spike yourself.
Ouch. I found it. Look.
Oh. What? Why is it there?
Spiked into my dress.
How did it do that?
Dunno, but quite annoying.
Oh, put some clover in amongst that.
Ow.
Ow! I just spiked myself too.
Really hurts. Dad, there's quite a few down here as well.
Oh man. Oh
I
wow.
guess it's gonna be a weed picking morning.
It does seem that way.
Then we'll have a fun afternoon. Fun relaxing one.
And the prize we
Less
get is a
spiky.
bucket of bindis.
But
Look at this
chicken-
bucket of bindis. There's a lot of bindis.
Ow. My hand stings.
Alright, I think that's it.
That is a big bad bucket of bindis to go in the bin. Bye, bindis. If you'd like to see what bindis look like under a microscope, please check out our other channel, Life Under the Microscope. The backing music for the video features a number of samples from this video. Thank you as always for watching.